Well, if you are flying or driving anywhere through the South, listen up. At least 7 reported tornadoes confirmed in Texas and in Louisiana. That map there, very active. So video to our monitors takes us to one of those twisters. This is just about an hour's drive from Houston. This is all the evidence you need to see to our monitors. A barn torn to pieces just southwest of Houston. So another round of stormy weather about to hit a lot of people in communities from Louisiana to Alabama. Let's bring in CBS News Kati Weis. She is live from Houston. Kati, that is one mean twister there.
Yeah, Reed, good afternoon. You know, this almost feels like something out of a movie, to be honest with you. We were talking about it with our crew just a few moments ago when we pulled up here. Look at this barn, how it's been torn into pieces just by the sheer force and power from the tornado winds that ripped through here yesterday afternoon. I'm going to walk very carefully so I don't step on any nails, because this is definitely, you know, a very hazardous scene at this point that hasn't been cleaned up yet. Folks haven't had as much time yet to get out and take a look at this damage. Yesterday, when we got here late last night, everything was so foggy. It was hard to see what was really going on. Now we're getting a full understanding of it. You can tell actually here by the way that the shards of metal are directed. It looks like the wind really brought it southward, and you can see how the roof of this barn even flew right into this field over here. I mean, that's a huge piece of metal, and to see that it flew so far like that, pretty impressive.
Wow, so sad. And you know, I have a heart for rural America. I was raised there among farmers. That is somebody's workspace there. So our thoughts with them. But now let's look forward, because there's warnings from police about flash floods.
Yes, and actually flash flooding was something that we saw yesterday afternoon also in Dallas, and that was a big problem for a lot of folks trying to, you know, get back on the road, head home after the holidays, visiting family. That was a big problem for a lot of people, and it's certainly something that could become an issue as we see more of these severe weather storms progress throughout states across the Southeast this weekend through Mississippi into Alabama, Louisiana.
Right. And so what's the impact for travelers? Because we know, I mean, AAA has said there will be millions of people traveling either by ground or sky. This is the worst time for this weather to be hitting, right, Kati?
Yes, I mean, there's no doubt about it. This week is already a super busy week for people. It's one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. You know, you think of the few days after Thanksgiving and the days after Christmas. Those are the days that people are trying to get back home to their family, you know, or back home to their normal life, I should say. Maybe they visited the in-laws for Christmas. And, you know, you've got all these people already in the airports trying to get home. You've got them all on the interstates trying to get home. But then you add in severe weather like this that makes it hard to see where you're going, makes it difficult to concentrate. That just creates a perfect storm for problems both on the air and on the ground.
Wow. Kati, thank you so much. CBS News investigative reporter, we appreciate you and your hardworking crew out there in the midst of all the storms. Our best to the farmers who are affected. And Jess, you see that barn there just tore to shreds. That's somebody's workplace.
I know. This has impacted millions of people so far, and we continue to watch the storm develop as it now moves over into the Mississippi area, Alabama, as it continues to move off into the east. So we're going to dive into that right now, starting off with what it looked like the past 24 hours as those 7 tornadoes touched, and as we saw even more stretch over into areas like Louisiana and Mississippi. This storm really made its impact into the overnight hours. We woke up this morning with heavy rain. There was hail in certain communities, tornado activity, and of course that flash flooding, which caused a lot of issues for travelers out there. Now I'm going to turn this off and show you where it's going to go throughout the next 24 hours. We continue to watch that band of rain really make its way over into the Carolinas into the overnight hours tonight, early morning hours tomorrow, and it looks like that's the same setup, but this is what it's going to look like for us behind us. Starting off with Futurecast, I'm going to show you the next 24 hours now. Possible tornadoes still possible, as well as damaging winds and large hail widespread throughout this region. This storm really packed its punch in areas like Louisiana and Texas, but we're not done with it just yet. Areas like Atlanta expected to get hit in the early morning hours for Saturday with rain and thunderstorm activity as we continue to watch the second band move its way across these states, just like what we dealt with last night into our Saturday evening forecast. Heavy storms are expected heading into Sunday to move back into the Carolinas, so it's one band after the next, and as we take a look at our severe weather outlook, this is going to start enhancing as we head into this weekend's forecast. A marginal risk right now in areas like Mobile, Alabama, all the way into Montgomery, but watch how it becomes a lot more widespread. That enhanced risk now ranging from Louisiana all the way over into Mississippi and everywhere in between on our Saturday forecast, with a slight risk of severe weather outlining that in that yellow color. That becomes even more enhanced as we head all the way over into areas like Mississippi and all throughout Louisiana too for that tornado threat. So this is the big area that we're going to keep a close eye on as we head into the coming days, making it very challenging for travelers out there on the roads as well as those heading to the airports after the holidays, Reed.